Welcome to the third video of our first Etymology AlphaWeel. The word we'll discuss is a type of place. It's made of the name of a very popular drink. It is also a kind of restaurant. To be more precise, it's a kind of restaurant, one where customers take care of some of the service. I'm sure you had it. This time, where we're looking for cafeteria. Let's do to this word what we did to the first word in this etymology wheel. Let's take out the chainsaw. We managed to cut it down to its core root, often called a stem by linguists. Let me define what a stem is insofar as language studies go. It's basically a word or a part of word that can be used to create other words. In order to create a new word, one of the methods is to simply select a stem and glue to it what's called an affix. Affixes transform our stem. For example, caffeine. Cafe is our stem, and it's simply prolonged by a suffix, which is an affix that's coming after the stem. It changes cafe into one of its components. Second example, decaffeinate. Wow, that's a mouthful. That explains decaf. Decaf only has a prefix. A prefix is a bit that comes before the stem, and here it's used to say that caffeine was taken off of coffee, basically. We can say that decaffeinate has one prefix and two suffixes, the last one of which transforms the word into a verb. We could also take a word from French and adapt it to English. I'm thinking about caféinomaniac, another mouthful, I guess. Just for the pleasure of creating a word or adapting it. Voltaire, the famous philosopher, could have been labeled a caféinomaniac. Sources vary on the quantity of coffee he drank, but it was huge. Probably shut up with caffeine, it only took him 8 days to write one of his plays, The English Merchant. And the French title was L'Écossaise ou le Café. Okay, now back to earth sciences. If one pulls up the roots of cafeteria, there's an Arabic word, kahwa. Given that scholars generally originate the coffee tree in Ethiopia in the province of Kaffa, it would be fit to think that the word has Omotic origins, Kaffa being home to the Kaffa language, an Omotic language. Although it came to me as a surprise, linguists seem to favor the Arabic origin. The second step linguists generally agree on is the Turkish one. It changed the original pronunciation and opened the way for Italians to say café, with the still in use F sound. On to Spanish now. Spanish. We are now nearing the shore of the home of Speedy Gonzales. Ándale. In Mexican Spanish, café was given the suffix teria. Teria means place where something is made. At first, a Mexican cafeteria was a shop where coffee was both roasted and sold. A place where coffee is made. Then, cafes were called cafeterias, the place where you could enjoy the energizing drink. If I am to believe Etymonline, cafeterias had already been turned into self-service restaurants when they crossed the border to the United States. The word followed the concept. Okay, so our journey with the C word has now come to its end. But rest assured, I won't spare you my cafeteria-related lexicon.